I do not like books anymore by Daisy Hirst. What can we see on the cover? Looks like a little red person with the book, not looking very happy, and a little blue person not looking happy either. I do not like books anymore by Daisy Hirst. Oh, look, the little red person's hiding books underneath the rug. And the little blue person has dropped his book. I do not like books anymore by Daisy Hirst. Natalie and Alphonse really liked books and stories. Look at all the books that Natalie's carrying. And there's Alphonse. Oh, he's eating one. Picture books with Dad. Now this one, with voices. Scary books Mum read when Alphonse was sleeping. Granny stories about Melvin Plantpot and the Terrible Shrew. Looks like Granny likes making up stories. And stories they remembered or made up. Have a look at Natalie and Alphonse. It looks like they enjoy playing dress up and making up stories as they play. Natalie said, "When I can read, I'll have all the stories in the world whenever I want them." "And you can read them to me," said Alphonse. Oh, look, there are books everywhere. Everyone's reading. Then Natalie got her first reading book. Look, it looks like she's at school. I can see a school bag in the illustration. Maybe that's her library bag or her book bag that she takes books home in. This looks like it's her teacher holding her take-home reading book. We can see over here lots of books on the bookshelf at school. And all of these books are in a tub. They all look the same. Natalie's book's called Sit. The next one's called Run. "There's a cat in it," said Natalie. "I will read it all by myself." There she is holding her book called Sit. But when she opened the book, what do you think's going to happen? The letters and words looked like prickles or birds' feet. Oh goodness, have a look. Here she is, trying to read the words. Oh, she looks a little bit confused here. She turns the book up high, turns it on its side, and here she's holding it down low. She's looking quite disillusioned with this book called Sit. Miss Bimble said, "It just takes practice." She helped Natalie to sound out the words. The book was about a cat. The cat could sit. But it isn't a story. Oh dear. Natalie's talking to the teacher and she says it isn't a story. Natalie tried to read the book to Mum. "I can't," said Natalie, "and nothing even happens to the cat. I like you and Dad to read to me." "You will be able to," said Mum. "Dad said, and the books will get better." Oh, that's Natalie's family. Looks like they're in the kitchen and Dad's made a sandwich. Alphonse is eating it. Oh, so's Natalie. Just about to. Natalie practiced her reading book all week, again and again and again, until she knew all the words. Oh, look at her practicing her reading book. Here she's practicing by herself. They're at the bus stop and she's practicing it with Dad, practicing it on the swing, practicing it with Nana in the flower pot. Oh, even practicing it standing on her head. She is a keen reader. And Alphonse is so proud of her. Natalie is reading. "I can sit. See me sit." "Do you know how to read about trains, please, and bears?" said Alphonse. "Oh, I see. He's got a book about trains and a book about bears. and he's asking his sister Natalie to read those to him. Oh my goodness me. But the letters and words in Alphonse's book looked like scuttling insects with too many legs and eyes. Natalie said, "No! I do not like books anymore." Goodness me. That's a shame. "I can't learn to read anymore," said Natalie. "Sinead is sick and I have to look after her." Oh, I wonder who Sinead is. "Poor Sinead," said Mum, "but you can still read." "I don't need to," said Natalie. "I can make my own stories and tell them to Alphonse." This must be Sinead here, because Natalie's dressed up as a nurse looking after Sinead, because Sinead is sick. Sinead wanted a bicycle. Why? To go to the farm to see chickens, but she didn't have any money, so she had to get a job. What job? Cleaning up pens. Then a caterpillar came in a truck. Sounds like they're having a good time playing with their toys. That caterpillar looks kind of familiar though. Okay, a caterpillar came in a truck and ran over the pens. And it was a mess and a disaster. Oh dear, the truck's fallen over. I hope the caterpillar's okay. Sinead was so angry, she said, "Eric, you ruined my job. Now how can I buy a bicycle and go to the farm?" This is Alphonse in the blue bubble. Is Eric the caterpillar's name? Oh, I'm making a connection. I'm making a text-to-text connection. That caterpillar looks like another caterpillar from another story. That story is called The Very Hungry Caterpillar, and it's written by Eric Carle. I wonder if that's why Natalie called the caterpillar Eric. Yes, Eric said, "I know, you can ride in my truck to see the chickens." And they drove away honking the horn. And some of the chickens went home with them. Some did, and they had tomatoes in their tea. That's a funny story, isn't it? Alphonse and Natalie are good at making up stories together when they play. "It's a good story," said Alphonse. "It should be in a book." "Why?" said Natalie. "So we could have it again and with pictures." "Let's draw the pictures anyway," Natalie said. Look at them, they're having fun. There's Sinead and there's Eric the caterpillar in their pictures. Then Natalie told Dad what the words should say, and they stapled it into a book. "Now can you tell it to me again?" said Alphonse. A caterpillar came in a truck. That's the name of the book. Now over there, Dad's writing. So she had to get a job. And Natalie found that mostly she could read the book Dad written, with Alphonse helping. A mess and a diz. It probably says terrapins. It probably has terrapins in. There's Alphonse helping her to read. They made lots and lots of books and enjoyed reading together about all of the adventures they had when they played.